Good morning, everybody. Today is not a normal day. It is not a weekend. I am using my last 2 vacation days with the Veterans Holiday to come and work on the boat. However, Mother Nature had a different story for us. We are now in a tropical storm warning for what is going to be Hurricane Nicole hitting the East Coast, coming out across the state, out into the Gulf, and possibly back over on the other side. So we last night came down here, we got the boat ready. I had a list of projects that I was going to do that clearly are not going to get done. However, no one seems to be taking the storm very seriously. Everyone is still working. There's still construction going on across the pier for the splash pad that's going in. Not a lot of the boats are tied up and there's not really anybody out. So I am here today. I'm going to get some stuff done since I did take the days off. While it's not terribly rainy or windy yet, I will stay out here. Don't believe it's expected to hit or start seeing anything until later on this afternoon or early this evening. So I'm just going to go through this morning to make sure we have everything tied up and secured. Like I said, we were here last night getting all of that done, but it was done in the dark. So now that I'm here, I'm going to take a quick peek and make sure that everything is okay, and work on a few things on the inside that I can do since I'm not going to be able to get any of the other stuff that I wanted done today. So that is the plan. Yeah, so let me go get started and I will take you guys around the boat. We have secured the back. Everything is done. We've removed the bimini. Sail bags are all tied down. Dingleberry is secured. And Andy last night went ahead and re-secured all of the sails up front. We did not remove them since this is only going to be a tropical storm, which means some nasty rain, some nasty wind, but not anything like Hurricane Ian. So as you can see, anything that can be secured was. And so I'll just go through and do a quick glance, make sure everything's okay, and then get ready to start my day here. Have a good one. Okay guys, so before I get too far into this next project here, I am going to work on getting the cockpit cushions done. I'm doing a 3-inch high foam density for our cockpit cushions. I went ahead and I cleaned off the benches as much as I could. And now what I'm going to do is take a black marker underneath and drill out my pattern where I need to cut at. So that's the next step, and then hopefully tomorrow I can go pick out the material and start sewing these so that we have something a little bit more comfortable to sit on when we're sailing, now that we're doing a lot of that. So as you can see, I went underneath and I made the line for the cushion of the pieces that I need to cut out. And so actually on this one here, I will probably cut it out this way as well. See on the corner, so that it's straight, and I have 3 straight pieces. Okay guys, I'm done cutting the cushions, and this is what it looks like. I had to actually break it down into 5 sections because they wouldn't fit. So overall, I don't think it'll be too bad. I think once we get the material on and get them refitted, it'll be fine. But I like it.
Good morning, everybody. We just had a visit come through from this thing called Nicole, which was a tropical storm. Boat fared very well. as to be expected. We did have one casualty. One of our bumpers, well, got deflated, so we'll fix that later. Today, it's actually Friday. We've got a long weekend. We've got a laundry list of stuff we want to get done this weekend.
Yes.
Today I'm actually going to try to get water into the boat. Yes, water in the boat's a good thing, but there's a connection on the side of the boat where you can screw a hose that will energize the water system. So we're not using water out of the tank and or our pumps. I'm going to try to get that plumbed and get cold water running out of the sink today. Once that happens, I'm going to try to plumb the rest of the system in to put a valve going forward to our forward head and a valve going aft to our aft head, as well as one coming up to the sink. Once I get all that done, then I will look at potentially putting in the hot water heater. So I'm going to try to put the hot water heater that's sitting right over here back in the engine room and at least get it in with the electric element running. I'll have to figure out heating from the engine later. That way we should be able to have hot and cold running water out of the galley sink, hopefully by the end of tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Today, I'm going to try to get some cold water running in the boat. We'll see how far I get.
You can do it!
We did, sitting here talking about it's not going to get anything done.
Nope, sure isn't.
Let's get to work.
Alright.
So Andy has it mapped out for what goes where for the water lines. Aft, forward, water tanks, and all. So today is November 11th. It is Veterans Day. I had the holiday off, and we're at the boat, and this is the current state of the boat. But for today, I've started sanding the staircase already. The nav station was clean at one point. The settee should hopefully have new cushions. But this is really where I want it to go. That's the forward cabin. I cannot get over there, which means we have to get some more projects done so that I can get that stuff out. That's where the ice machine is going to go. We don't know what that space is yet. I need a stove. And Andy's pulling more crap out because we're doing plumbing today.
This will come down, we'll tee into that, and this will come that way. That'll be perfect. You like the way I talk to myself?
Yep. And when did you put the galvanic isolator on?
One of those days where I was working here by myself.
It looks good up there.
Can you talk and work at the same time?
Yes, sorry.
No, I have some questions.
Yes.
So since I'm learning about this, but I'm not doing it since I'm filming it.
Okay.
How are you coming up with the formulations in your head about which way the lines are going?
I'm really not. I'm letting the boat tell me where the best place for them to go. Like when I came through this bulkhead, there's holes already cut. There's like 6 holes down there. Some are one's big, this hose will fit right through, and then one's just a hair too small, but another one, it's a tight fit that'll go right through. So that's what's determining where the lines are going to go. And what I'm doing here is this is going to go through that bulkhead and connect to the T on the other side, so it's going to supply water in. And this is going to tee off and come up to a 90 and up into the sink and supply cold water into the sink. This one is going to connect here, and I've just got a valve which I'm going to cut off later and reuse, and once I figure out the tankage up here and pull the floor up. But this is going to shut the water off going this way. So once I get this connected up to the sink, I should be able to charge the system, hopefully have no leaks, and have water come out the sink.
Oh.
So that's kind of what I'm doing when I'm talking to myself here.
Well, could you talk louder so the camera could film it?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying. I've never done this before.
Okay, but I can't get it. The filming in the engine room was crap. I'm gonna see if I could use any of it.
Well,
but out here I could definitely use it because I can see that handsome face of yours.
So basically, this is a crimper. There's these little round crimps with the nub on the top. And what I have to do is take this crimper and put down on that nub like this, and it squeezes it together, in which in turn compresses this ring. So when I put this over the hose, like so, then there's a barb you stick in there. And I don't know if you can see, this one's compressed, or this one's not. So all it does is squeeze that tube around the barb so it won't leak, hopefully. We're going to stick it on.
So there's no set plan on where these water lines go. You're just throwing it together by the seat of your pants.
Pretty much. Even in a house it does that. You know that one needs to go here. One cold needs to go right here. And that's all that matters, is you get the cold there. In preferably the most efficient way possible. So,
being less turns and kinks and ways it has to go?
The more turns, the less water pressure, restricted, yeah. So you try to have just
least path of least resistance.
Yes.
Got it.
So now, because I know where this is going to go through the bulkhead in here, but it's hard to get to.
Boat yoga.
I'm going to try to assemble as much of this out here as I can, slide it through the bulkhead, trim up this side on the other side of the bulkhead, connect it and crimp it. But this is going to tee off and come this way, and hopefully sweep up into the sink. So this is where I have to do a little boat yoga and measure.
And those have to be two of the narrowest cabinets we have. Which I don't know why they're even there. I would just assume cut it out and make one big cabinet.
So, basically what I said under there that you couldn't hear me.
It's alright, I was talking about a change I was going to have you do that you don't know yet.
So I measured, and I really needed it to about here. But I didn't bring my PEX tube stretcher, which doesn't exist. So you always leave it long and cut it short, because it's easy to get to right here versus way down there, over there in the corner. So you always leave yourself a little extra. Yes, it's wasteful, but I'd rather waste this much than a whole tube, because it's too short. Now,
doesn't that go into the 10% waste calculation figures in anything you do?
I say the educational fund. Okay. So this contraption should be going in. I hope.
What do you mean you're trying to be smart here?
Trying to be smart to think ahead. Because if I ever have to shut the water off to the sink, I want to put a valve in here so I can shut the water off to the sink and not the whole boat. Now, these have two different colors on them.
Hot and cold?
That's what I'm thinking. So,
Got a 50-50 shot?
I do, but I have to take these, see how loose they are? I need to tighten these up.
Do you need that white tape stuff?
No. Well, yes. No. These are compression. I don't. What I need is two adjustable wrenches. Or probably just one. And tighten that up. Stick this in. And then we try to run some water to the boat and see what leaks. Okay.
Do you want a towel?
Nope. So put this over this. Hopefully this will go this. Push this down. This will go up and hide it. We should have water on the boat now.
Don't you need a clamp thingy on it?
No, because these you push up in and there's like teeth in there that grab it. So see, now, see it won't come out. So, let's go unbox a hose.
I saw a water hose somewhere.
Let's see what leaks.
I saw a water hose somewhere.
Okay. System is pressurized up into the valves. What I'm going to do is through haul seacock down here that I'm going to open, which should open the drain for the sink. Then we're going to try to turn the valve on and see if we have leaks down here. And of course this one's really easy to get to. Okay, so that's there. So, what I'm going to do now, if you guys can see, this valve is off. So I'm going to take it and very slowly, now there's water up in here. So, Nancy,
Dun, da, da, da.
would you do the honors?
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, Push all the way that way. On the valve. Okay, now try it.
What did I do wrong? Because I felt water on my foot.
Yes, well, I'll show you here in a minute.
We have water.
It's just getting all the air out now.
And I don't have it turned up all the way.
Go ahead. And is water draining?
It is now.
Once you pull the plug?
Once I pull the plug out, the stopper. Look at that.
Okay, go ahead and shut it off. Okay, so what happened was when you turn on the water, and if you have it mixed over to some warm, it's going to open up the warm water line, expecting water pressure to go in. But there's no water pressure going in, so water comes out. That's why you felt water. So what I'm going to do is take a little hunk of red, crimp on a valve, turn it off, and that way you can move it wherever you want. And it's not going to spray water all over the boat.
Because we know I'm going to get water all over the boat.
So I'm going to do that right now.
Okay, so you need one of these. And what? One of these things? Do you need one of these things?
2 seconds. I need, no,
Okay.
I just need that and a band.
And a band.
And they're right down here.
They're right there on the counter.
Yep, there's one. So,
We have water.
only 1 leak so far.
Well, that was just needed some soldering.
That needed some addressing, yes. Because it was about that far from the main power coming in, spraying water all over the incoming power, as I'm standing in the engine room in a puddle of water.
Probably not a good
Didn't make me feel real good.
You've been shocked enough already today.
Oh, yeah, it came out to the boat today. The power cord wasn't put in all the way, so the kids are going to have an educational moment on that. Because we ran basically 2 days without shore power, so just off batteries. So I'm very thankful for that. We have to, when I turned the breaker off, I felt a little funny tingle in my hand, which I recognized, but I didn't think anything of it. I went to turn the breaker back on once I fixed all the connections, and I felt it all the way through my arm down to my elbow. Now I have to go get my crimpers and cutter.
Oh my God, people, we have water.
Okay. So this will go here. Turn the water off. This come up like that. I think that's going to be this way. This way. There's no real way to do it. I just like the handle pointing where the water's going.
You're weird.
Crimps it. Like that. And I'll come down here. Pull this beauty ring off. And all I'm going to do is put the white kind of in the middle. And I'm up there and you're going to see it go thump here in a minute. There. It clipped. So it's in. So now, with this off, we can turn this on, cold water, come over to hot, and we have nothing. But it's over in hot, and I'll show you. If you go and turn the water
Oh, I saw it squirt.
So, if we mix it 50-50, so we have cold water, now watch. See it?
Oh,
So that's what it was doing. We have a galley sink working.
I can mark that off the to-do list.
Not yet.
Why?
We don't have hot water yet. So,
Well, to fix that, you need that silver box right over there.
you're right.